Sarah Lowry, thank you so much for joining us today on Keeping It Real.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. So I thought we'd start a little bit about the journey of Sarah. It's a long one. It's an exciting one, especially when we think about what's to come for your business. Take us back to 2010 when you first started. When you first started with us.
That feels like a long time ago, especially as I approach 40 next year. Maybe don't put that in.
Cut.
Cut. So do we need to start again or?
No.
Oh, you like that bit? Okay.
I'm putting that in.
Okay, cool. Why did I bring that up myself? Anyway, 2010, I started at Fletcher's in a very lovely title called floater, which generally just meant that I would step in for people that weren't at work. So whether they were office coordinators or eventually marketing and even finance, I had a bit of experience in. So I really got to understand the business and understand real estate from a really comprehensive perspective.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of variety, a lot of fun, and it sort of led me into the path of marketing where I was for several years, and now eventually auctioneering and sales.
It's so unique, I think, especially in our field, to have someone who is across all aspects of the business. And I think it's one of your biggest selling points and features when we look at what you have to offer now, even as a salesperson. But I think the journey into sales, which is so exciting for you, started with probably more so your interest in auctioneering. You've been doing that for quite a while now and definitely spearheading that for our business. You're the only female auctioneer within the company. Tell me what piqued your interest in that.
I think my interest was really piqued during COVID.
Yeah.
I had a lot to do with the online auctions, setting those up, being involved in those, and then post COVID, we had a huge explosion of activity in the market, which was exciting. But we also had a lack of auctioneers, and I had previously done our internal auctioneer competition, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought, why not? I'll put my hand up, and I enjoy it. Every auction I do is exciting. It's different, and from there, I just want to do more.
Yeah, and I think that is you at the crux of it. Like, your personality is so eager to learn and to grow, and I think especially in real estate, to have that kind of a mindset will set you apart. So I'm really excited for what's to come.
Love to be unique. So yeah, being a female auctioneer, I think brings something different. I think all auctioneers have their own personality, but of course you add the extra element of being a female auctioneer, which is, yes, there are some, but there's few, and it's just a little bit different.
Yeah, and you've been around obviously a long time now, so you've been able to learn from some of the best, like going back to the OG being Tim, and obviously who's there now, Jeremy and Michael and Ben and Rob. Like, you were in a really high caliber of auctioneers, and I think you add just such a fresh perspective on that as well. So
yes, I do remember one of my first auctions I watched was Tim Fletcher, as you mentioned, and of course all the guys that I'm surrounded by, they're all very skilled, and I love picking little parts of them and then adding my own flair to it as well.
No, it's so exciting for you. Congratulations on taking that leap. Now, it's no wonder, listening to your progression through the company and the industry, that you were awarded this year the Fletcher's Hall of Fame, which not many people know, but it's a coveted award within the business, and honours obviously your time and legacy and all that you've given to the company. Tell us a little bit about what that award meant to you.
It meant a great deal because obviously it was awarded to me in front of all my colleagues. Hang on, can I start that bit again?
Yeah,
can
go.
We do that?
Absolutely. Take your time. It's your journey.
So winning the Hall of Fame this year was an incredible honour. It was awarded to me in front of my colleagues, our valued suppliers, and I was able to actually have my partner there, and he videoed it so I could then show it off to my mum and other family members, which was really, really well received. And it's just a wonderful way to recognise all the things and the ways that I've been involved with the company over the years, given that I've had such a varied role. And I've worked closely with Bradley Brown, the CEO, and all the directors group, and it's just been a wonderful career of learning and having a really hands-on approach, which has been wonderful.
Yeah, you touched on your mum. I know how much she means to you, and obviously your beautiful dad and your brother Stephen. Tell me, is obviously working for a family business and you being such a family person, it's just such a beautiful marriage for you. Talk us a little bit about that.
Well, certainly from a Fletcher's point of view, one of the things I've loved is knowing the family members. They're all very down to earth, you know.
She has to say that.
But I genuinely mean it. You know, you see Rob Fletcher, he gives you a big bear hug.
Yeah,
He's such a wonderful example of the Fletcher family. So that's been wonderful. And of course, my own family, my mum's 100% my biggest fan, always there on auction day filming me and having what we call her teeth out, which means she's smiling a lot. Of course, my dad, who passed away in 2014, this year is his 10th anniversary of his passing. So he's always in my heart, in my mind, and driving me to succeed. And, you know, I think, oh, what will he think of that, you know, where I've turned to, because obviously I did a commerce law degree, and I'm sure he probably would have thought I would potentially go down that field, but I think I've always been drawn to real estate. So, yeah, so I've got a wonderful family behind me.
And I feel like you've got a new bit of silverware on your hand, if you might.
I think it's big enough to see. It's shiny. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, your beautiful partner, Michael. I know. Is there any plans in like the next 6 to 12 months for an actual wedding?
Setting the wedding date. We haven't set a date yet, but certainly probably later next year.
Yep.
But it's certainly been wonderful to have met him. He's extremely supportive as well. I have another biggest fan now, which is awesome. And of course, he has a beautiful son, Ethan, who is also a lovely addition to my family.
Oh, so wonderful. And you guys have set up such a beautiful family within, obviously, you know, the city of Boroondara, and that's going to be where your focus point is.
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about now, you know, having that stability in your life. You're finally stepping into a sales role. You're at basically like the pinnacle of your career, your life, you know, that energy that you're going to take into that next stage. What's 2025 look like for you?
I think when you talk about it like that, I feel like sometimes things happen to you in life when maybe you're ready for it, or you've got the experience for it to really make it work for you. And that's been certainly the case for me with my relationship, my career. I'm not sure why I'm saying it again, but I am turning 40 next year, and I feel like I have all this experience which I can now give to people, which I love to do. I love to be helpful in people's journey of property. I feel like I bring a lot to the table. I have a lot of experience from a marketing point of view, customer service, sales, all of those things sort of combined together. Plus, I think I've got the maturity now and the life and professional experience to really back that up. So I'm super excited to help people through that journey, and I 100% can't wait for 2025. I want to hit the ground running, and I've got the energy and the motivation to do so.
Oh, we're all so excited for you. So stepping out of 2024 marketing into 2025 sales, I know you are just such a big believer in social and digital presence and where that's kind of going for the next generation of real estate. What can your clients come to expect about how, you know, the future of campaigns are going to work, and is obviously with print and digital and those sorts of things, what's it going to look like in the future?
I think from where I started in 2010 at Fletcher's versus now, you know, we used to spend so much money and effort on print media, which I think there is still a place for it in certain aspects, but it's sort of turned on its head. The investment that property owners used to spend on print media is now the investment that's spent on the internet. So we have to understand, though, that marketing your property digitally isn't just putting it on realestate.com and Domain. There's actually a whole other world out there, which is digital marketing and social media, which is utilising the power of Facebook and Google and really harnessing the reach that has. Like, who doesn't, and I'm sure there's very few people, get up in the morning and start scrolling on their socials, on their phones. We have to target those people, both passive and active buyers for properties, and reach the biggest audience. And the other aspect of that is to also, and I think this is where I really sort of do give a point of difference, is understanding how to maximise the use of the portals. They're constantly researching and doing different things, and I think it is above a lot of people's heads because they're perhaps not so tech savvy, but I really understand how to maximise the portals and social media to sell property.
Absolutely. And also, like, when you're looking at auctions and those sorts of things, I think, especially coming from the world of COVID, where you were so well versed in reaching that international market as well with online auctions and those sorts of things, we're obviously so well supported. We've got one of the biggest Asian speaking companies within our the areas that we work out of. I think that combined with your skill set in marketing also taps into a completely different market for your clients.
Absolutely. And I think the biggest thing that, property owners who are selling their home need to understand is that getting the premium maximum price is about having the competition to create that sense of urgency and that sense of desire. And the thing that we sort of focus on at Fletcher's, and certainly myself, is reaching the biggest pool of buyers and really reaching that premium price.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're about to break for the Christmas period. I think everyone is looking for an enjoyable summer holiday. What are you guys going to get up to?
I'm looking forward to some downtime, although I think I still will do some work, but so I'm still available. Certainly pre-planning for, your property campaigns for 2025, but also I will be taking a break over the Christmas period to go to Bali.
Oh, amazing.
In celebration of my 40th, and then just, doing little day trips here and there with my family.
Yeah, you love your travel. I know that you're really trying to get into some new cooking skills.
Yes, well.
So Bali sounds like the perfect culinary trip to improve on those.
Yes, my fiancé Michael is an incredible cook, so I am trying to lift my game a little bit, and he's actually being very patient and kind and teaching me things that, a little bit of flavour and things like that. Yeah. So I'm very, very plain with my my cooking and things like that, so I'm just trying to step out and improve.
You can't be good at everything. And also, like you said, you have such a growth and willing to learn mindset that, I think that you'll make the most beautiful pair, and we're so excited to watch you kick some serious goals in 2025. You've got the whole crew behind you, and I really thank you for taking the time to chat to us today.
Thank you for having me, Prue.
You're welcome.